The Zero Waste Plan aims to divert 75% of waste in San Diego from the Miramar landfill in the next 5 years. It's another step toward eliminating all trash going into the Miramar landfill by the year 2040. Joining me with how the plan could affect you and your trash are my guest, recycling manager Ken Prue with San Diego's Environmental Services, and Jessica Toth, executive director of Solana Center for Environmental Innovation. And Ken, how is this zero waste concept different from what we typically think of when we think of recycling with paper and plastic?
It's a way of just rethinking our discards or our waste and really thinking of them as resources or commodities and not just trash that you throw away, but really thinking of ways that you can reduce what you consume and then reuse things and then more with what you have left, really recycle as much as possible.
And when we're talking about zero waste, it's not exactly zero, right? What is ultimately the goal in 2040?
It's really as close to zero as possible. I mean, we're going to be taking steps to get there, but it's really a continuous improvement process and really getting as close to zero as we can. Will it be absolute zero? No, not likely, but with technologies evolving, hopefully we can get very close.
Very close. And Jessica, other cities have already begun zero waste efforts. And what are some of the notable benefits that they're seeing?
Increased landfill space and capacity, and very important is the amount of greenhouse gases that are created from particularly organic material when it off-gases is very potent to the environment. Los Angeles did a study recently and saw large heat sinks over where the landfills were, so it's a significant contributor to greenhouse gases. Any material that's put in the landfill, once it's in the landfill, it no longer has value. So whether it's recyclables or organic material that could be composted or used to feed people in need, it no longer has any value.
And Ken, what's included in this first phase of the city's plan for the zero waste?
It's really increasing recycling on all fronts and just really helping to educate and get people on board to recycle more, but it's also a lot more organics recycling related to a new state requirement, so a lot of food waste composting and things like that, and eliminating the exemption on our recycling ordinance so that all residents and businesses will have to have recycling at their properties.
Yeah.
And a number of things, but a lot of really great, exciting programs.
So I'm hearing this thread, this organic waste, Jessica, this organic and yard waste. And it could be a new concept for San Diegans, but businesses here are actually going to be starting this soon.
That's true. So beginning next year, businesses that create a certain threshold amount of organic material will be required to send it elsewhere rather than the landfill. And that's going to make a big difference in the way they do business.
And when you say organic, you're talking about fruits, vegetables, plants?
Yes, let me break it down. There's the yard waste is a big component. We have great facilities around the county that handle yard waste, and another big portion is actual food waste, pre- and post-consumer food material. So it could be everything from agricultural cullings to what you're throwing away from your grocery store to what you're throwing away from your kitchen.
And who's going to be required to do this, to participate in this?
It begins next April with any businesses that generate 8 cubic yards or more a week, which would be your typical grocery store or your landfill, or your landscaping business. The next year it goes down to businesses creating 4 cubic yards or more a week.
Okay, so it'll be in phases with that.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Ken, this sounds like a lot of investment, a 25-year effort. How much is it going to cost, and who's going to pay for it?
Well, for the initial steps to get to 75%, it's going to be about $8 million primarily in revenue loss due to diverting materials from the landfill. But then we've implemented programs to make up for it. It's a combination. It's partly will be based on the service, the customers paying for their services, say multifamily and private businesses with their private haulers. There's elements coming out of the city's general fund. It's really from all sources. We have kind of a unique funding structure in San Diego.
So it'll be kind of a wash in the end.
Yeah.
Is that correct? As far as you're going to be paying as you go?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, and each step, getting to 75%, we figured out a way to make it a wash, and then we'll have to keep addressing it because the more we divert, there'll always be associated impact with it.
Okay, and Jessica, we have to end on this in the short time we have left. Education and outreach is a major part of this, so what's the plan there?
Yes, everything from the homeowner. We've been teaching master composter classes since the mid-90s. There's a voucher program through the city of San Diego to buy subsidized compost bins for home. And then we are working with the large businesses right now to help them divert at the source reduction, feed people in need, all the way down the hierarchy. to compost, keep it out of the landfill.
All right. Well, Jessica Toth and Ken Prue, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.